Let's be brutally honest. The friend zone doesn't actually exist. It's not a place she puts you in. It's a place you volunteer for. It's a waiting room you build for yourself outside of her heart, hoping that one day she'll call your number. You furnish it with your emotional support, your unlimited availability, and your constant validation, all in the hopes of being paid in affection. But the payment never comes. Instead, she comes to you for comfort after a date with the bad boy she's actually attracted to. And you listen, because you think that's what a good friend does. My name is Christina, and this is Christina Talks Men. Today, we are going to burn that waiting room to the ground. I'm going to show you how you built it, why it guarantees she will never see you as a romantic option, and give you the one and only key to escaping it for good. So, how did you get here? How do you end up becoming her platonic emotional support animal instead of the man she desires? Quick check, like video, and comment below where you're watching from. I love seeing how far this men's growth community reaches. It happens through 3 critical mistakes. These are the bricks you use to build your own prison. Mistake number 1, you hid your intentions. From the very beginning, you were too afraid to be honest about what you wanted. You wanted to date her, but you masked it under the guise of just wanting to be friends. You thought if you could just get close enough, if you could show her what an amazing guy you are, she would magically develop feelings for you. The unfiltered truth, this is a strategy born of fear, not confidence. You were so afraid of a no that you never even asked the question. T looks like, we should hang sometime for 3 months. No date, no plan, just vibe. By hiding your intent, you communicated to her on a primal level that you weren't confident enough to risk rejection. Women are incredibly attuned to this. We can feel the difference between a man who genuinely wants to be our friend and a man who is a suitor in a friend's costume. By putting on the costume, you put yourself in the role. Mistake number 2, you became her utility man. You became too available, too accommodating. You became her go-to guy for everything except romance. Need a ride to the airport? You're there. Need someone to help you move your couch? You're the first call. Need someone to listen to you vent about your ex for 2 hours? You're her guy. You provide all the emotional and logistical benefits of a boyfriend with none of the romantic risk or tension for her. You have made your presence predictable and comfortable. And comfortable is the cousin of boring and the opposite of exciting. Attraction does not grow in the soil of comfort and predictability. It grows in the soil of tension, mystery, and desire. You have given her everything except a reason to desire you. Mistake number 3, you never created romantic tension. This is the biggest mistake of all. In your interactions, you acted like one of her girlfriends. You never flirted. You never touched her playfully on the arm. You never looked at her in a way that let her know you saw her as a woman, not just a buddy. You kept the conversation in the safe zone, talking about her problems, your shared interests, but never escalating to a more personal, man-to-woman level. The unfiltered truth, it is a man's job to create the sexual tension, to lead the interaction from a platonic space to a romantic one. If you never do this, a woman will assume one of 2 things. Either you're not interested, or you don't have the courage to do it. Both are catastrophic for attraction. You cannot expect her to read your mind and lead you out of a zone you placed yourself in. So, how do you get out? You're hoping for a magic phrase, a series of texts, a gesture that will suddenly make her see you in a new light. I'm here to tell you that doesn't exist. The only way to escape the friend zone with a specific woman is to be willing to lose the friendship entirely. You have to be willing to burn the boats, to detonate the entire dynamic. Because as long as you are clinging to the hope of the friendship, you will never have the leverage or the courage to change the frame. This requires a 2-step process. It is radical, it is terrifying, and it is the only thing that works. Step 1, the recalibration. You must pull back, drastically. You need to create a shocking and noticeable void where you used to be. Stop being her utility man. Your 24/7 emotional support hotline is now closed. When she texts you to vent, you say, sounds tough. Hope you figure it out. You do not engage in a tower therapy session. When she asks for a favor you'd normally do, you say, sorry, I'm swamped with. Can't make it. You stop initiating contact. You stop liking all her social media posts. You must become scarce. Not to punish her, not to play a game, to stop betraying yourself. Your goal is to make her feel your absence. For the first time, she needs to experience life without her safety net. She needs to wonder, where did he go? Why is he acting different? This is the only way to disrupt the comfortable pattern you've established. Step 2, the reset. After a period of this distance, maybe a week, maybe 2, when she inevitably reaches out to see what's going on, you do not go back to the old dynamic. You reset the frame. You use this opportunity to do what you should have done in the first place. State your intentions clearly and ask her on a real date. It sounds like this. Hey, it's been good to hear from you. Look, I have to be honest. I've always been attracted to you, and I'd like to take you out on a proper date. If you're interested in that, I'd love to. If you just see me as a friend, I completely respect that, but I can't stay in that role. And then you shut up. The silence will be the loudest thing you've ever heard. In that moment, you have taken back all of your power. You have risked everything. You have demonstrated courage. You have forced a decision. Now, I need to be brutally honest with you about the 2 likely outcomes. Outcome A, the most probable one, is that she says no. She says she only sees you as a friend. It will sting, but it is not a loss, it is a liberation. You are finally free from the waiting room. You have your answer. You can now take all of that energy you were pouring into her and invest it in yourself and in meeting women who will be excited to date you from day one. Outcome B, which is less likely but possible, is that your courage and the space you created has made her see you in a new light. Your willingness to lose her is the most attractive thing you've ever done. She might say yes, but either way, you win. You escape the friend zone. You are no longer in limbo. The friend zone is a choice. Today is the day you can choose to leave. You leave by choosing your self-respect over your hope. If you are ready to make that choice, write the word first in the comments below. A declaration that you are done with waiting rooms. And if you are ready to build a life so compelling that you never find yourself in that position again, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, respect yourself enough to walk away from anyone who doesn't see your value.